that's the thing I missed when I was growing up. Mostly because I didn't speak Japanese, very little, minimal, and my parents didn't speak English. So even if we were going to sit and talk, we didn't have the vocabulary to communicate. On top of that, as I said earlier, they had no political stake. They didn't have a stake in the elections or what was happening to Los Angeles. This is where I grew up before the camps, and I lived on the East Coast for 50 years afterwards. But this is the thing that I think was such an advantage to this family, that they were able to sit at the dinner table, breakfast table, whatever you want, and to discuss things because they had a common language. You're able to communicate. One of the most serious regrets of my life is that I never got close to my mother because I rejected learning Japanese because I rejected my heritage. At the time, we were living under such pressure, under racial discrimination. So just because I was selfish enough not to want to be Japanese American from growing up, want to be 300% white American, I never developed the closeness that these kids enjoy with their parents because I didn't have the language. Even when I went to Japanese language school, I went resisting, resenting. So I didn't learn what I should have. A lot of Niseis are not like me. They learned and they became MIS interpreters and translators, but since I was not in the military intelligence service, I didn't learn that, and I just continued to reject my ethnicity for too long. And as a result, my children suffered from it. So I'm happy to see the relationship here in this family, and I knew it was happening because I knew my daughter, I knew Warren, that they would have developed this wonderful relationship with their children, and they would become full, wholesome kids. Amen.
Questions from the audience at this point?